man, so the layer 1 solutions are continuing to heat up. You've got AVAX up 32% over the last 7 days, and you've got Luna, which we've also covered a lot on this channel, up about 22% over the last 7 days. These are massive gains, and definitely the attention is still on layer 1 solutions right now, which is something I've spoken about for the longest time. Now, you know that even going back a couple of months ago, when layer 1s were first having their initial little pop, you had a lot of influencers coming out in the YouTube space saying, look, this is just euphoric moment, leave it, it's going to move on to something else. But no, I've always stood by the fact that layer 1 solutions are here to stay. Why? Because it's the single most important thing for blockchain technology in the long term to get the adoption, right? People have started to understand, like I've been saying on this channel, there's nothing wrong, you know, Ethereum is not the be all end all, it's not everything. We need other really good layer 1 solutions, and like I've said, layer 1 solutions are not just about the technology right now. The modern day layer 1 solutions are already fast, they're already scalable, they have good finality, they're good, right? They didn't have to go through the challenge that Ethereum did, which is why Ethereum struggling to retrofit all of these features and technology into their software. But these modern ones have them already. And Luna and Avalanche are two of those, which we're going to look at the charts right now and see where do we see these going from here, because the patterns they're making on charts. Let's head on over. Let's see if I can show you here. Right, it should be in trading view. There we go. So let's start off with Avalanche. So you can see with Avalanche, I just moved my line there. Whoops. So you can see with Avalanche, excuse my fat fingers on my phone, but you can see we've come out from a really important downward trend characterized by this yellow line. Now you can see we've had our breakout to the upside, which is fantastic. Now what we want to see now is how much further do we get, because you can already see we're getting a little bit of curling over. You've got some resistance here at the 120 level. If we can get above 120, the next point is at the top of the wedge at 146, which would be a local high. But more importantly, let's look at our downside risk, because now you can see we've had one bounce. Let's show you that. One bounce there, 2, 3, 4 bounces off this 78 level, the yellow line, the $78 level mark, which shows a really important floor for AVAX. So anybody who's trying to build a position, these are what you need to look for. You need to look for price floors, and here we've identified one as $78. So now anytime you can get a price point near $78 for AVAX would be for Avalanche would be a great entry point for AVAX, okay? So now my advice to everybody, and not financial advice, just for edutainment purposes only, is you don't want to chase a pump out of the breakout, okay? We want to see, do we come back around and get a test? Let's see if I can get my fat finger to draw on this mobile phone. You want to wait for this breakout, see if you can get a test back here before bouncing off. That's what we want to see, okay? So we want to see, do we get that? Are we able to process that, or will it continue to run? If it continues to run, you've just got to let it run, right? It's just difficult to chase a pump. If you chase a pump and then you get a severe retracement, that is when you will panic sell. So wait for this to get anywhere, you know, between 90 and 78. At those points, you can start nibbling on AVAX. But right now, on the breakout of this bull flag, it's very difficult to chase this now. So we want to see, do we get the resistance at 120 mark, which will knock us back down slightly? That's what we're waiting to see. If we continue to the upside, you really don't want to be FOMOing in. You want to wait, be patient, and find a clever entry point for Avalanche. Now, also want to take a look at Luna. Let's see if I can find me some Luna. If we go to our watch list, there we go. Luna's on here. Now look at Luna. Luna, we've been in this violet channel for a long time, and you can see I've got the chart here showing that we've been following this for a long time, and I set the price target quite a while ago of a $76 Luna. A lot of people said I was crazy when I was setting this price target, but as you can see now we're sitting at 73. We've wicked to those levels already, and if you were trading that, you could have easily taken some profit around 76. But we're still in the upward trend, and therefore we have no reason to be fearing where we're heading to here on Luna. And, you know, if you've not watched my video where I cover off some of the fundamental reasons you want to be in Luna, go check that out. Really important video. But right now on the short term here on this chart, you can see we are now getting to the top of our wedge here, okay, top of our channel. So I'd be wary of entering Luna in this position right now. I'd want to see a retracement back down to the bottom around $60. Do we get to 60 to 65 range if we get a calling off? So I'll be looking for that. Otherwise, if we get a break from the top of this channel, which by the way is at my $76 Fibonacci golden ratio mark, which we've mentioned here. Okay, so if we get a break above the top of that wedge, I would be waiting for an entry if you were trading this on a shorter time frame, but you want to wait for a retest. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to be waiting for a retest. So it breaks out, you want to retest of the line, and then you want to catch it on the bounce when it creates a new high. So very important, don't FOMO in. Two amazing projects which you want to have smart investments in. You need to build your entry points in a smart and manageable way. Okay, so that's really important. That's what we want to do here. We want to build entry points write down your conviction in these projects, right? Write down what price point you want to, let's say you have $10,000 which you want to put to work in some of your layer one favorite plays. Let's say you want to do $10,000 in Luna. What you want to do is say, I'm going to put $1,000 when it gets to this price. I'm going to put $1,000 when it drops to this price. I'll put $2,000 at this price. I'm going to go much heavier with 4 or 5 at this price point. And that way you've got it written down. You don't get emotionally panicked by the red candlesticks, right? Because I know a lot of people have that green candle disease, that they need the market to give them green candles to tell them they've done a good job. We don't need that here. We can do smart investments our own way by building our conviction. Again, watch my fundamental videos on those coins to get an idea of that, and then targeting clever price points. We're not going to FOMO in on the green. We know we may have missed it on certain patterns and certain breakouts, but there's always a retracement, right? We saw it with Bitcoin, we saw it with Ethereum, we see it with Polkadot. All projects retrace. Be patient, stay the course, wait for it to retrace, don't FOMO in, and create those smart entries. As always, guys, if you appreciate this blend between technical and fundamental analysis, regardless of where I am, even if I'm on holiday, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe. If there's any other coins you want to see covering, make sure you head over to the pinned comment below. That's the link to our free Discord server, and there's a channel specifically where you can vote on which coins you want to cover. And yes, the videos I make on this channel are requested by a lot of people for me to cover, right? So if you vote for Avalanche, you vote for Luna, you vote for Phantom, your voice gets heard in this community, because I'm trying to build a community of you guys who are dedicated and focused to building pragmatic and sustainable wealth in crypto. We're not chasing no pump coins here. I'm not going to come on and say Luna to the moon and not tell you what I see. If I see something in the charts, I share it. If I do some research, I share it. I don't claim to know everything, but hopefully there's something I've learned and I can share that onto you. That's the aim of this channel. That's the aim of what we're trying to do here on this channel. And if you want to be a part of that community, link below in the description.